Hello and good evening. Bit of a random one. I wasn't sure if I was coming live or not. Um, yeah, it's been a bit of a weird week. Haven't had a beer since Saturday. So I'm just going to crack one open. I've had this ages from Salt. I've reviewed it before it was in supermarkets. Huckerback, New England IPA from Salt or Saltaire in Yorkshire. So now supermarket beer has been for quite a while actually. It was kind of given to me by a good friend for my birthday. So I've had it a fair while. So I'm not going to review it again. So I hope everyone's well. Just start and then she comes back in. 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Where was I? Yeah. So Salt Beer Factory, out Yorkshire. So this brewery is in Tesco's, or it was. I don't know what state of play is with all these beers in supermarkets these days. So I very rarely go in them if I can help it, for personal reasons. So I tend not to if I can help it. So I really enjoyed this the first time I had it. I brought a few cans of this, the 330ml cans from what do you call it? The Ravensgate Arms used to have it before lockdown and the whole shit show that's going on. Just take a photograph and I'll get to your old comments here. So yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going live or not. It was 50-50. Then I was like, I just fancied a beer. I'm not going to be drinking loads tonight. I'm actually going out tomorrow afternoon. Meeting some friends. I had a proper drink with since this all's gone on. So yeah, sorry, waffling away here. Where do we get to? We're at the beginning, probably. So we got Thomas. Cheers. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Jackman. Hi, Craig. Hope you're well. Good, mate. Needed a couple. Yeah, it's only the last 10 minutes. I don't know why. It's just it's my first beer since last Saturday, so I haven't really been feeling having a beer. I drank too much last weekend, to be honest. I drank loads Friday night, and then I was going to be going out last Saturday, and then kind of got a bit let down, so I ended up staying at a birthday party that I was going to kind of get out of because there wasn't enough adults. So basically, I had to stay at a kid's party So that kind of peed me off straight away, half hour beforehand, and I'd say, "Oh look, I can't come out now." And then ended up having a beer on the way home because I walked past my local, and a couple of my friends who I introduced Alice to, she saw one of them, and then that was it. She ran in, hugs and that. I was like, oh, okay, then. Wasn't going to even have a beer, and then ended up having about 3 or 4 beers and all that. Just one of them kind of deals. It is a good beer, although this is probably a bit past its best. I mean, I've had this in the fridge since March, so it was a gift. But it's got until apparently December this year. 5.5% ABV, juicy, hazy, New England IPA. I don't know what hops and shenanigans are in this. I don't know if it tells you that sort of stuff. Barley, oats, and that's about it. Tells you all it tells you there. Notes of stone fruit and lemon. What's that? Verbena? God knows what that is. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of apricots in this, I suppose. It's quite soft. It's definitely past its best, I think. But then you never know. It's a supermarket beer, do you? You know, you get this fresh and it's like, I mean, the best time to get these supermarket beers is when they're new, the first couple of 3 weeks. And then after that, I'd leave them alone. They'll get another case in, they throw them in, they don't do the old rotation and shit. Because they ain't got time. Having worked in the supermarket before, I know what goes on. Especially when you've got a long shelf life, till December. It's like, Anyway, waffling on. What do we get to? So we've got Lep. How you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. You've got Sam. Cheers. Glad I caught you for this one. Missed you there. The last one was a bit... I wasn't really in the right frame of mind. You definitely didn't miss much. Yeah. And then I went on to a friend of mine, and then it was on that kind of level, And that was going into like Father's Day last Sunday, and all that sort of shit. So yeah, it is good to have a beer in a pub, but it's still not the same until they do away with this last few restrictions. It's still not how I remember it, if that makes sense. I mean, some places it can work well. You don't notice so much. Other places that are a little bit smaller, it's just not the same. It's like my local, the Ravensgate Arms, and it's seems to be a bit laggy. My voice seems to be a bit strange. So I'm strange anyway. Thomas is saying hi to Lep. How you doing, James? Lateral bum. He's about to film a Brazilian New England double IPA. Nice. Okay. I'll open it up soon. This, not my bum, but the stream. Does sound good. Just Thomas. Brazilian beers are pretty damn solid so far. Cool. And Thomas Opent from the Netherlands says about head off the bed, have a good stream. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a crazy long stream, but I say I've just started, so I was umming and ahhing whether I was doing a stream or not, to be honest. So my daughter's still awake, so I'm going to be in and out. So it is what it is. Okay then, mate. I'll send it to you in a little while. Just give us a shout when you're ready. I'll just I don't know if there's anyone around. Might be a few. If not, I'll clear off. It's easy. wait for the old link to set up. So yeah, that's the beer. 5.5%, 440ml can, standard thing. Do like the patterning, the blockbuster type tiles, if you like. I'll have a huckerback, please, Bob. One of them deals, isn't it? Just wants to play, wants to work. I don't know why it keeps going back to that. Strange. Paste. I've got the window open as well, so any background noise is seagulls normally, or people screaming or whatever. Leave it like that for now. So he says about half hour. Yeah, no worries, no problem. So anyone else having a beer at the moment? Dragman, are you still around? What you supping on, mate? Oh, this isn't the best condition, but it's going down quite well. I think it's just one of them first beer things. You get that build up over a week or whatever. It's like gone, and that's it. I could do a little screen share here, I guess, if the computer feels up to it. There we go. What did I say? I don't know if you can hear that. So, yeah, I done a. Did I do? I think I done a review of Supermarket versus. I had it more than once, this beer, so I must have missed a check-in somewhere. I done a 330 from a bottle shop versus a 440 from a supermarket. I think it was this beer. You have to go and check on if you're bothered about it. Go and check the old playlist thing out. Right, let me just share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Yeah, I don't know why it goes through all this. Obviously, I want to share it, so why do I? So now I don't know whether or not. There we go. Now I can't. All I can see is the shared screen part. So I need to. I'd like to check just to see if it's coming up on the old. God, where is it? Bloody background noise. It's crazy. Can I find my own stream? Oh shit, I don't know. Right, so me waffling on. Let me turn that down. Right. Now I'm trying to work out how. Oh, there's no point in me doing that. Right, anyway, I'll just leave it like that. So, commercial description, blah, blah, 5.5%, doesn't give you the IBUs, over 10,000 ratings then. 375 is a decent kind of score. I don't know what let's have a look here. When did I review this? Or last have it? I'm pretty sure I've had Cooking Lovely Juice. Yeah, I haven't put the beers up there actually, and that was February of 2020. That's the first time I had it, and I thought it was rather decent. Then, as you can see, it's I gave it a 4.25. I think that is. It's not that now in this state. Was it the? I'm pretty sure it's a. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. 4.25. Yeah, it was a 330. So yeah, that's my Untapped for this one. It was a while ago. Some old beers behind there. I've obviously moved it around since. So let's go back up to what it says. It just says exactly what it says on the can. Oh, here we go. There's some hops. So Mosaic, Citra, and Amarillo. Okay. It's got a slight dry piffiness to it, but I wouldn't say it's particularly bitter on the back end of this one. It's a bit dry. It's a bit dry. It's not quite as punchy, but it's still relatively easy drinking. Nothing of the ABV. And that's it. Mate, thought I'd share that with you just for shits and giggles for a minute. We've got 6 people. There you go. Cheers. So back to the clients then. Oh, he's having a Stranger's Beak. Yeah, Beak are good, Jeff, man. Yeah. I've had that one. I've only had 3. Was it 4? I had the Pills, Parade, that one. 4 beers. I had the one I didn't. I've reviewed 3 of the 4. The one I didn't review was the Pills. I just drunk it. I was like, oh, that's good. But I had the Luller, the table beer, Parade, and the Strangers. Really good. I've not had any of the newer stuff, double IPAs or collabs or anything like that. But we'll do eventually. I've just made a quite a big Newtown Park order. When I went to there a couple of weeks ago in Bristol. So we had a try of their. It came out the other day. They canned it, but we had a taster from the tank a couple of weeks ago, and it was like a rice lager. Wow, it was really damn good. So I bought myself 4 cans of that. So that'll be coming next week. 4 cans of that. I can't remember the actual order actually. Email. I can find the order. There we go. I don't want the Met Office warning because I'm not bothered. Where is it? There we go. View your order. Yes. So we'll do an unboxing of it when it turns up. Probably be beginning next week, probably. I don't want to track it. I want to see the order. There we go. So Level Up. I got a glass. Emerging from the Mist, which is a double IPA, collab with Verdant, which was really good. Level Up was we had that. Me, Harry, Rob, and Becky. We split a can of that. Harry kindly got. So that was another double IPA with Left-Handed Giant. That's really good. Come Alive, which is a table beer, is it? One of them's a table beer. I can't remember what it is. It's either a pale ale or I can't remember. It doesn't really say. They've got a couple of new things. Garden of Your Mind, which is a saison. Yelena Inanimate Objects. I'm probably butchering that word up. I can't see it because it's such a small. And then Kinjo, which is I've got 4 of those, and 2 All Day Longs, which I think is either a table beer or a pale ale. So I got the free delivery and shit. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. I've got 10 cans coming in a glass. Is that right? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cans in a glass. So that'd be good. Looking forward to them because they really give damn good brewery. James Moore, hi, evening, mate. Yeah, good. Just had Beaks Stir. Is that right? Double IPA 8%. Yeah, I need to get round to them, but I say at the moment I've got so many beers in the fridge, or I've got a box of beer that I paid for that's at another mate's house, all sort of local stuff. I said let's keep it for now because I ain't got no room in fridges and stuff. I've got this other delivery coming next week, so it's like I don't really need to buy any beer, although I'd love to. They're just going to sit there in the fridge for too long. Sam's having a range double IPA. The body and mouthfeel is fantastic, but it's more stone fruit than the usual tropical flavour I enjoy, which is a shame. All right, sounds all right. That's a big boy, says Jack Brown to James Moore, 8%. Yeah, good strength. Dangerous as it's always is with double A is damn dang 8% beers are just like. I found that out last weekend a little bit. Kind of let go a little bit too much last weekend, and it wasn't a good thing. Jack Brown saying to James, your first beer. Is that your first beer? Double IPA. Good going. Jesse, how you doing, mate? From Bumpy Road Brewery. Go and check him out. He's over New Hampshire, is it? I don't remember where it was. It's on the northeast side, I know that. Cheers, eating cheese pierogies with a hot sauce and drinking a Bass Pale. The first bit sounded all right. Is that the same Bass beer we get over here? Don't know. That's a shadow of its former self if it's the same one. Good to see you chiming in. Hope you're keeping well, mate. James Moore just had a Verdant, Beak, and left-handed Giant so far. Not bad selection there, son. Old seat to finish on. Off on if I fancy it. Right. Is that a big? Is that obviously? Is it a sour, or have you saved one of these rare kind of stouts? It's probably a big sour, I'd imagine. Don't need to buy a beer. Well, I've just got too much beer. It's not a case of getting sent shenanigans. Anyway, how you doing, Matt? Cheers for joining. Hope you're keeping well, mate. I've caught up a little bit with some of your reviews of the Glasshouse free. Was it free beers that Adam sent you? That was good to see your. It's really. I mean, I find it really more interesting when you see an American's perspective, or it doesn't matter where, but on our beers compared to what they generally kind of get and stuff like that. I assume it's the same way around when we review say an American beer or wherever over here, and we compare it to what we get here, and I find that really quite interesting. Obviously, because we can't be everywhere and stuff, even in normal times. But yeah, so I find that really fascinating. But yeah, hope you're keeping well. Jeff Brown says to I just jumped to James Moore. Sounds like a good night, doesn't it? Sounds all right to me. You do? Yeah. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, it's the first time I've really kind of. I mean, I went away for the weekend. It had a steady amount with Mary and stuff, but it wasn't proper banging back. Last weekend was a bit silly, really. So, yeah, and then I felt pretty rough Sunday, and then it was just a shit day anyway because Father's Day and stuff. So yeah, it's probably perhaps not the best time to actually do it, really, but I did. There you go. Rasco and Disco. Cheers. Disco or Rasco. Don't know who. I might pop on. Okay. If you, let me just, if you fancy it, let me just get rid of some of these pages off here. I did send the stream out. I don't know if anyone's gonna make sure it's the right link. So I might have to pop off in a little while just to make sure the little ones are okay. That's the only trouble. I can't. Bloody hell. Why do I go on Instagram like that for? Jesus Christ. Not bad. Alright, so there's the link. If you want to join. But bear with me, I might have to change. Can't I? Is it Jim? Jim. All right. 2 seconds. 10 people watching. Sorry, I keep coming. I'll be back in a second, I promise. How many of you is going to go? I reckon about 2. We'll see. Wow, we've actually gained one. That's pretty cool. It's hot, but it's comfortable. Wow. And I come back and they clear off. Yay! I get the deal. I should just let it stream without me all night. All the views. That'd be good. Oh, you was in Bristol. I just saw the top comment there. Is that? Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I mean, we'll sort something out again. You had 4 friends. Yeah, it's awkward, isn't it? Rule of 6 shit. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a problem, wouldn't it? By that point, I was a bit. I think we done that little live feed I haven't watched it back. Probably not going to, especially the hotel one. That's just proper go with the flow shit. It's good fun though. What a Brick and Burnt Mill. Yeah, Burnt Mill is up near Jake's neck of the woods. Brickery in London. Is it Hackney Wick? I can't remember exactly where. Is it Hackney? It's Hackney Wick. It's right next to the train station. It might be Hackney Central train station in London. Really good. Do some amazing kettle sours. I haven't had any of their sours for a while, but because I've kind of reviewed a fair amount. You know, it's actually worked. Here we go. This is the first. Amazing kettle sours. I haven't had any of their sours for a while, but I've kind of cut the YouTube feed.
All right.
There you go. Done.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All good.
Yeah. Cheers for coming on, mate. Just shooting the shit and yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been watching you guys for a long while. It's like you become my pals in the pub. It's good to finally see you on screen.
Yeah, it's cool. Just I say I wasn't. Dogs are barking. Hang on, let me shut the old. It's trouble in the summer. You leave the window open, and it's just like it's so noisy. Just like in the winter time, it's freezing cold. There's nothing, but yeah, it is what it is. But no, it's good to have you on. What are you drinking now?
I'm on the old Strangers.
Oh yeah, you said yeah. Good beer.
I do, yeah. I do like the old Stranger. No, cheers for having me on, mate. I appreciate it.
No worries. It's just it's not everyone's cup of tea. Kind of going on a stream or whatever, but you know, it's we've been doing it for years and years, so it's kind of you just get used to it, and it's. I mean, it was like,
it's
doing
like,
it
like
first.
for you.
Yeah, it just kind of is what it is these days. The various levels of drunkenness and stuff. So, yeah.
But it's like I've heard you say before, mate. You've been doing this for years, haven't you?
Not compared to some, but yeah, I mean, it'll be 6 years in about a week, actually. It'll be 6 years the 1st of July. So,
yeah. Happy anniversary, mate.
I didn't even think about it until you said. I was like, it's nearly July. Yeah. Just, it's not my kind of fault sort of thing, really. Just going to rattle through some more comments then.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
We did have a blast in Bristol. It was really good. It was just it's just about enough time. I was I think any more than that it would have got a bit too. Just a couple of days. Went down on Saturday, come back Sunday. It was just enough. But yeah, some lovely beers and lovely company, and quite a nice place as well. I've never been to Bristol, so that's really good.
Yeah, I bet it was just great to see the boys and all that again, weren't it? And
yeah, well, 2 of them didn't know I was going, so which was good. It was like a hi. I just turned up, so that's good fun. Seeing Adam and obviously there was Rob's lady, Becky, and obviously Jake, Adam, and Harry. So Harry and Jake knew I was going, but the others didn't. So that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Good surprise for them.
Yeah, where it's like Rob's birthday sort of weekend sort of thing. So I was like, "Oh, how you doing? Happy birthday!" You know, that's good. But yeah, what we've got going on here. It's owned by AB InBev. Also the Bass. Okay, so it's not the original Bass. All right. Okay, says Jesse. Right. Record to come back as 100. There would never be 100 watch in this. Just no. I'm not for the numbers, but it was funny that I gained one when I left, and I come back and I lost one. That's quite amusing. So, so Disco says yes, late night bit of beer tubes. Yeah, it's kind of. I wasn't sure if I was doing this or not until about 10:15. I was like, I'll throw it on for a little while, see if there's anyone about, and have a chat and all that stuff. You literally sat across from you, and I didn't know. I didn't even know. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I think Harry knew you was. I think Harry knew. I think James. Yeah, no, we'll sort something out again. I'm sure. I'm going to hopefully I'm going to a few festivals this year. So London Craft Beer Festival, Manchester. They're the two standout ones. I'm going to Brood London as well, end of July. So yeah, there's a few. If you're going to any of them, let us know.
I think that Bigfoot Festival was a bit of a success at the weekend as well.
It didn't look very busy though.
It didn't look too busy, but I think because I spoke to the owner where I locally go, and he went and he said they are sort of done their lot by Saturday night. They'd sort of drunk them dry.
Really?
But he said there was other beers going around still, so
I'm sure it was really good. I mean, I think the weather was all right as well, which is the main thing for these sort of things.
Yeah,
pretty shitty if the weather's crap. It's like, oh god, what am I doing here? You know?
Yeah.
We've got Paul says cheers. How you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well, brother. Sam saying hi to you. Yeah, just threw a net out there. Paul wants to join. So, you've seen Paul, haven't you, before?
Yeah, I'm sure I have somewhere.
There we go. He's going to join for a little while. He's probably at work. Or getting ready to go to work, one of the two. Doesn't look like any of the other YouTubers are going to join. So,
Jesus, that's a good job. I don't work in a pub.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, it's like Adam. He don't work in a pub. Yeah, the old knob end pour, as they say.
Yeah.
But now sometimes it's just the beer. It's all the glass and the beer. It's like it is what it is, or someone's dropped it somewhere, and you think, oh, you pick it up, it's fine. You put it in the fridge. Oh, great. Open it up. Doesn't want to know.
Raggy done a couple of toilet beer reviews earlier on.
I did. I think I caught one just before I was coming on. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So I was like, Jonathan does that. North-South beer reviews when he goes away, like a few minutes, 2 or 3, 4 minutes in the toilet and do a beer review.
It's dedication, isn't it? It's dedication.
It's the only way you can get away, I guess, if you got family and stuff. It's like, where can I go do a beer review? Up the toilet.
Yeah, true.
So it's probably one of them things. But nah. Have you ever been to? Oh, here he is.
Hello.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
Very good. Driving to work.
Yeah, I thought you might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say. Let me just say this. Shout out to my good buddy Joe over at the Beer Patrol.
Absolutely.
He had heart surgery yesterday, and
they finally put one in him, so now he'll be loving.
Yeah. So he done a little update on Facebook earlier saying he's coming out of ICU either tonight or tomorrow, and then he's going to update us from when he's out of there. So hopefully, I assume it went well. He said it went well. Yep. That's right. And so shout out to him. Anyway, sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Cheers to Joe for sure. I'll have him down at the house as soon as he gets well enough to travel again, or I'll come up and see him.
I've really kind of. I'll even go to. I'll get a flight over for the weekend. I'll go and see him, even if it's
Yeah.
just a weekend. Just
Oh,
2 or
if you
3
come
days.
over, if you head over this way, we'll make
Yeah.
sure that we all meet up. So
It wouldn't be for long. It would just be a long weekend thing.
yeah, that's all right. I flew to Montana for like a day and a half once because I was drunk and booked a flight. I booked a 10-day trip when I was drunk, and then I realized I can't do that. Then I had to truncate it down to
You there?
it's okay. This person doesn't realize what a green arrow means.
Right.
Yeah, I had to truncate it down to a day and a half because I was like, or basically 2 days. But when you fly to Montana from Pennsylvania, half the time you're in an airplane. But it was okay. It was still good. Montana is really pretty. So
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with getting to Buffalo, whether or
Yeah.
not I have to get another flight from New York or whether direct. I don't
I'm
know.
trying to. Well, see, the thing is, I don't know where. I wouldn't know where. I mean, Buffalo should have an airport. You'd think.
It has, but I don't know if you can. I don't think you can fly direct. I think you have to go to JFK and then.
Oh, do you have to do like LaGuardia or JFK or something, and then bounce over? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that part of that deal. So it's a bit fucking hell.
Yeah.
Or fly to. It's probably closer to fly to Toronto and then. I don't know if there's any transport system goes over the border. Probably not. I don't know.
No, I don't know about over the border. Yeah, you're right. But Toronto and Buffalo might be a conjoining flight too. So
I don't know. I mean,
if you fly into Philly, I can pick you up and just drive you. There you go.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I probably need a bit longer.
It's about a 6.5 hour drive, but it's not undoable. It's not undoable.
I'd probably need longer than 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
That's the deal there. We'll see. We'll That's in the future. It probably won't be this year, of course, but
no. Well, yeah, no, definitely not this year.
I mean, nothing's.
I mean, it's going to take. I mean, even just to just to get okay. I think it's going to take Joe a couple, a good month or whatever to get over what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh no.
Paying, just to function and stuff. Get on Hangouts again and stuff too. So we got time. All the time in the world.
That's the first step. Just get him onto things and get him confident and build him up a bit. And no rush. Just make sure he's all right. And
I haven't had beer in a week.
Same as me.
I'm not really into it, like the whole not drinking beer thing. It's not as fun as it sounds.
I was the other way around. I wasn't really into drinking beer after the amount I had last weekend. I'm just no.
Yeah. I have this thing in front of my stomach that looks like a giant water jug of fat, and I really like to get rid of that. So I'd like to. I was thinking maybe I should cut off beer for a while now in the summer, and just kind of watch what I eat for a while. Maybe slim down, so if I look down, I can actually see my feet. That would be good, and then or the floor would be good, maybe. And then after that, maybe I'll start drinking again. But I'm probably going to have a couple beers tonight, or not tonight, but tonight at work. Saturday night because we're doing a podcast. So I think I'm just going to limit my drinking to podcast days now.
Yeah.
Which is still once a week. So, still kill a couple beers once a week. Nothing bad.
That's all right. I mean, I've still got a bunch of reviews to post from last weekend that are still on.
Yeah, I gotta budget I gotta watch what I spend and stuff too. So if I cook a nice dinner for everybody and they bring over some beers, then it's they bring the beer, I make sure there's food, and we'll be okay.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, no, I was a bit up and down this week, so I'm like, I'll probably just gonna have a couple of beers and then that'll be it for tonight. So I've done one. So I'm going to go get another one in a minute. So anyway, sorry, Jagman. That's Paul.
Hi.
Jagman.
How you doing, Paul? Hope you're good.
Yeah, he's a friend of friend of the channel, as
Mhm.
like to say. So quite a few years now.
Well, yeah,
So-
I'm one of the colonial traders that's allowed to be on the channel. So
Well, we you get used to it. That's just
you're liberalized now. It's okay. You're open to people joining.
well. I mean, there is a few that are not welcome, but yeah.
I know.
So
Anyone from Uruguay, fuck you. That's right.
who's that then?
I don't know. I have no idea. Those Antarctica bastards, penguins.
No one from Essex or
No, yeah, no one from Essex. That's
or Louisiana. So yeah.
that's another good one. That's
Yeah.
like the Essex of the South. That's
Well,
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right, just gonna get another beer. 2 seconds.
All right, mate.
What are you drinking?
I'm on Strangers.
Spring. Oh, it's Beak Brewery. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Bit of one of my favourites. So
Okay.
I do like it. So, are you driving to work?
Not right now. I'm in a parking lot hanging out.
You want a bit of chat before you get to go into work.
Yeah, just to liven the day up a bit before the misery begins. Yeah.
Yeah, don't blame you. Don't
Yeah.
blame you.
Yeah, I figured I'd jump on really bit because I don't have internet where I live up in the mountains. So when I come down to the civilization, I can actually jump on for a little bit. And I used to do it, but my Wi-Fi is garbage.
You don't have the internet where you live. You must
Not
live
really, no.
high up.
I finally got Wi-Fi a few years ago, but it's garbage. It's like 2 megabytes download or something like that when it's supposed to have some people have 500.
Yeah.
I've got 2, so that's enough. I mean, it's enough for my porn addiction, so I'm happy. So
Fair enough.
there you go.
Keep it going.
Yeah. I've got that. Another supermarket jobby I've had for ages.
Vocation, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't see it, but
I was looking around. I checked out Beers of Europe, and they don't ship to America. So, because I need to get a bunch of British beers sent. I don't care if I gotta just buy them and ship them, but I can't find any place that has a lot of good variety that ships to America.
I don't know whether. Who knows in the future with trade deals and stuff? Maybe that will become a little bit more easier potentially.
Yeah,
I
well, they
don't-
made it legal now that I can ship to PA, so now I can actually buy stuff.
Right. Yeah. You is that a Californian site you've got a few bits from? in the
Yeah,
past?
craftshack.com shipped
Yeah.
shipped to me. So
Right.
I was happy about that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, some states have got some bizarre laws. Is it Georgia?
Yeah,
You
they
can't
just
have
are, a lot of them are
Georgia-
just archaic blue laws, stuff like that for Puritanism and stuff like that, or some stuff that came during Prohibition. I'm sure there's some of those popped up then,
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's like
They're going
Georgia.
away
Like Georgia, you can't have anything over. Is it 12 or something percent? There's a percentage.
well, I know Ohio
See,
did that for a while, but they got rid of that finally.
God, that's a bit mad, isn't it? You can only have a certain percentage.
I don't get it. I'm not even going to bother trying.
I think it was you're allowed to. They were getting rid of it, not rid of it, but they were getting around it because you're allowed to have stuff that was over the percentage, but you couldn't commercially sell it, like in stores and stuff. So you could still get it at the brewery because Hoppin' Frog's been doing stuff that, as far as I know, they might have been technically lying on the artwork, if you know what I mean. Like, because if you look at some of the Hoppin' Frog stuff, like their barrel aged versions are exactly the same ABV as their non-barrel aged versions, stuff like that, which is like, that doesn't seem right. But I think they were getting around it like that, or they could only have it at their brew pub and they couldn't sell it in stores. But thankfully they got rid of that, because now I just had a Hoppin' Frog Gavel Slammer that was 16.9, which is very sessionable. A very sessionable 16.9.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've had a few hopping frogs. We get them on in London now and again on draft.
Really? Okay, that's great.
In the there's a what's it called? Oh God, Craft Beer Co. bars in London.
Right.
Quite a while ago, I reviewed something. It wasn't Black Tuesday, but it was I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a coffee IPA or something like that. It was weird, but it worked.
I like coffee IPAs. I thought they would be a mesh mush in a glass, but actually they're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple that day. I don't think I've had any since, to be funny.
I remember the one time I did, right before I went to bed for work, I drank a 6-pack of coffee IPAs and my heart was racing all night. So there must be caffeine in them. Yeah, I didn't sleep very well.
Yeah, I had one from a London
they were
brewery.
9%, so I figured, 6-9% beers would make me sleep like a baby, but then the caffeine kicked in and that wasn't happening. I mean, it's not like I just chugged a bunch of dragon soup, but it was basically the same thing.
Yeah, have you had that one before, Craig? That beer?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if they changed it up or. Let me have a look.
It's just like a lot of people was giving it sort of dodgy reviews. I did buy it, but I'll give it to my daughter's boyfriend in the end, so I didn't actually get to have it. So it'd just be interesting to see.
I've never had it before. Not this one. There was a one similar to it.
Oh yeah, there was the smaller can, weren't there?
Yeah, this is the Tri Hopical Double Dry Hop Pale Ale HBC. I guess it's not the bank. 630, whatever that is. It's experimental hopper, I'd imagine. The experimental edge. So I guess it's one of these brand new HBC 360 hop varieties, whatever that is.
Oh yeah, I don't know half the hops that I read anymore because they're all code name, trademark code name bullshit.
I mean, it's old. It's an old beer. So,
did you have you guys had anything from Vibrant Forest or Verdant lately?
I had some Verdant beers about 2 weeks ago when I was in Bristol.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were still producing stuff or what was going on. I haven't heard too much from them.
Yeah, they do. I don't rate Vibrant Forest that much, to be honest.
Okay.
One or two of their beers are what I've had are okay, but there's a lot of meh.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, Brett loves them, and he likes to drink gallons of rum and then eat a curry. So how can he go wrong?
Yeah. You can go wrong.
I had the one. I know we watched it on live thing. It was pretty awesome. But there was I trying to think of what the one was. Was it Storm Cloud or something? It was a coffee IPA we had from them. That was okay for what it was.
Right. Yeah.
And Rain Cloud. I think Rain Cloud was Buxton. I think that was Rain Cloud.
I was going to say it sounds like Buxton type.
Buxton. Yeah.
I mean, they don't get as much attention these days as they used to.
Right.
They've gone under the radar. I still produce good beers when I've ever had one. They've always been pretty good.
Oh, that's good. Well, I had pulp when I had one. I don't know if I had pulp there, but I think I reviewed pulp on the channel and I really liked it.
Pulp's good. I haven't had that beer for ages, but quite a few years ago. Got a few comments from Bumpy. Beer's now over 14% in Georgia.
Ooh.
So that's good. So they've changed it. Oh, no beers. Yeah, I thought it was 14%. I couldn't remember.
Hey, so that's horrible. That's a sad place to live. I mean, that I start at 14%. That's where I kind of.
Yeah. You wouldn't drink. If you was in Georgia, you wouldn't drink, Paul. So.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like anything over 5, that's just pointless. I'll just go to the tap and get water.
Yeah. So Bumpy's saying, "Damn, this bass must be boozing." I thought 5.1, 1% higher than I thought. Oh, okay, 5.1's all right. Not too bad. And we got Mr. Rampant joining.
Rampant.
Cool.
It's that foreign guy in Scotland.
Jesus.
I'm back in my natural position. I'm just going to pop on for like half an hour and then I need to sleep for another
I was gonna
Yeah.
say you're finally back in bed with your dick out, so you're in your natural grounds.
My dick doesn't come out unless it's you, Craig, Harry, Peter, or Thomas that's here.
Okay, well I'm here, so there you go. You
No,
just
you're
said it
not.
yourself.
You're not physically here. You're only here. You're
Oh,
only here.
sorry.
So yeah, you need to sort that out, Paul. You're a very
I-
naughty
well,
man.
I was gonna say, I was like, the plan is right now, 2022. I'm gonna tear up Swindon for a while. So
Swin,
that's the
go to
plan.
Rusty Garage, yeah.
yeah,
But
I'm gonna
I'm
tear up a country girl's dirt box in Swindon, and then chug some dragon soup.
oh Jesus Christ, putting you on dragon
Yep.
soup.
Well, good luck. You'll be
Yeah.
walking home after one of them, I reckon.
We're gonna go. I already told Harry we're gonna go out for a little bit of a slash out there with hit the bars. But before we do that, we're gonna do dragon soup chugs before we leave the house. So I figure we'll just start the day off right.
Paul, I need
What's
to.
the percentage of this dragon soup? Is it like
don't
super
know.
strong?
Well, I want
don't
to
know.
get. I told him I need to get the 750s that have the like 14 or 15%. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, Paul's just like challenge accepted.
Yep, we could do this.
I could be a
That's all right.
cameraman, but I ain't drinking that shit. Jesus.
No.
No.
See, that it would probably send me over the edge because I don't drink coffee or anything like that. So the caffeine would probably just. I don't know what the caffeine would do.
I don't want to be ill. I don't want to be ill. I want to enjoy myself. So.
I want
I want
to
to-
get really, really pissed and throw up on a vicar's hedge. Let's do this.
Fair enough.
See, I want to do I have to admit, I do quite fancy doing a little bit. If I was on the England tour when I do it, I want to stay with Harry for like a day or two, and then have one night where we do like we get the cans and we do like tastings of them, just taste all the different dragon soup flavors.
And
But
then
I think-
Kube them at the end, and then chug them. See, I'm already with you.
Cuvée,
I know-
yeah,
I know.
a dragon
I'll have a
soup
shot.
cuvée. Oh,
I'll
fuck
have
me.
a shot. I'll have a shot of dragon soup, and that'll be it. It's just like, oh, that's a
Yeah,
nice one.
that sounds the best idea. Shots of dragon
really.
soup.
I ain't doing a can. I ain't doing a can. No. Just no. All the no.
Yeah. Well, I'm on this one just now.
Yeah.
Everbrew.
That Brazilian thing.
It's
thrilling.
it's from a different continent, isn't it? It's not.
Oh,
it's
thrilling.
foreign. It's a Brazilian beer from a Brazilian brewery.
What's that? Double
Is that-
E. What's that? E? Is that an E or a C? I can't quite see.
Double juicy. Double
Nice.
juicy IPA.
All right.
Yeah. The artwork reminds me of Creator a little bit. You know the German thrash metal band.
Oh yeah, creator, comma of souls.
Yeah, or what's it called? I think I said it in the video. They're that's going to annoy me now. What's the album called? And play it on Craig's stream and scare everybody.
I like the Enemy of God album. That was pretty good.
I love Creator though.
Yeah,
That's
they're
one-
pretty good.
That's one thing, Paul. You should time your trip when Creator are playing because I'll go with you to see them.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
We
I
could
remember
go
when
down-
I flew right
go
to
to
Germany
Germany.
for the first time, and my buddy's like, "We're gonna go to Asphalt," and I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "There's the Kings of Black Metal Festival happening." I'm like, "Oh my god, I love Germany. This is great." So yeah, I'll go to see Creator with you. Not a problem.
Yeah.
I'm an old
Cheers,
man, but
yeah.
I think I can handle it.
Yeah. Phantom Antichrist. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Phantom Antichrist. There we go. Hail Satan.
Hail
Yeah.
Santa! Get presents.
Yeah, definitely. What are you guys on?
I'm on the
Cracked
thrill of
open
going to
eye.
work.
I was on Strangers. I'm just going to grab one more beer, actually. I've just finished
Ah,
that.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, I still need to try some beats.
Good brewery, yeah. I'm on my last beer now. Vocations Trihopical. It's a supermarket beer that I don't know if it's still around actually because mate bought this one back in March. Can you believe? I thought I need this needs to be. But it's all right. I mean, it's got a long too long a shelf life, to be honest. 17th of March, can you believe, next year? I've had this beer since March, so this is obviously was fresh when I first got it. So it's all right. It's nothing special, to be honest. But what supermarket beers generally are, apart from Handful.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, you get there's some really good ones out there these days.
Aren't
But
there
I think
more supermarket beers that were bigger craft breweries that are becoming more supermarket beers now, though? Maybe they're like, isn't Four Pure and Beavertown and all those places and Magic Rock now considered supermarket beers?
Well, yeah, they've all three have been bought out.
Yeah.
I mean, out of them breweries, though, I think probably Magic Rock is still probably the best of them three, because when it comes to quality, I think.
Right. I've never had a Beavertown beer.
Well, I mean,
or a Four Pure.
They were great before they got bought out, and then their core range has fallen off a cliff, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I liked Magic Rock when I was there. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah, the brewer from the Beavertown brewer who was brewing all these things, he works for Stigbergets in Gothenburg now.
Right.
Yeah, Olive Banks is his name. But yeah, I think he's going out with a Swedish girl who's also a brewer. I can't remember who she brews for though. But yeah. She used to brew for Brewhus Niton over in Blekinge, but she moved to Gothenburg with him, I think.
Imagine Vocation Hue on a tight sparkler, though. That would be so much better. That would be so much better.
Sparkler's a myth.
Sad, really, because Gamma Ray, 4 years ago, or whatever it was, that got me into the craft beer scene, and it was like an amazing beer back in the day, wasn't it? Gamma Ray, it was like that's the beer.
I remember paying £5 for a can of that in a pub in London. I was like, £5.
See, I've got a feeling I might have one of the first YouTube beer reviews of that video, because I bought it out of Oddbins in Aberdeen when it was still in a bottle.
Mm-hmm. You're from Scotland, so you stole, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Five Finger. I bought it a Five Finger bottle.
That's the 5 finger discount. That's how we do it where I come from. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
you might be, because Beavertown Gamma Ray in the bottle. That will be a very early one.
Yeah,
I think it's so funny because it's been doing it for so long that I just get shocked whenever I see British craft beer out of bottles anymore, because so much is just canned now. It's been for so long. I can't even remember Gamma Ray in a bottle. That's how long it's been since I saw it in cans.
Yeah, that's one of the big issues in Japan with the craft beers over there, is that the Japanese view bottles, because all the sake comes in bottles and things. Bottle is like, oh, this is premium quality. This is quality stuff. We want this for the aesthetic. Right. But then a lot of the brewers are like, yeah, but cans are better for the beer.
Yeah, it lasts longer and everything. Yeah.
So yeah, this is one of the big issues in Japan at the moment, is trying to get people to accept the fact that cans are better, because they're like, oh, but it's bottles. Bottles look nice.
It took a while, even across the pond here, to get onto the can movement. Now, however, I'm sorry, but like, I don't want a bottle conditioned Belgian beer in a can. I want it with a big cork and a big cage, and But the other thing is re-fermentation in bottles, because we were having some sours come through a while where they were doing like crowlers of them, where they would fill them up, and because the sours had so much residual sugar in it, that they were fermentating in the can again and blowing the tops off the can. So there is something to say about bottles where we cork and cage them and stuff, and they won't blow up as easy. But other than that, cans, I do believe, are the way to go for sure.
Yeah, no, I've had some cans, and they're just like, I had a can of a beer from Mohawk Brewing in Gothenburg, and it was an imperial stout, and it was rock solid. This thing, when you opened up, it was just CO2 just coming out of this thing. But it's just absolutely rock solid. It's Peter. He likes to party.
Peter, he goes to parties. There you go.
What?
Peter,
What?
you were talking earlier on your stream that Boris Johnson keeps cock blocking you. That's what you need to do. You just need to go up to a woman and say a nice, pretty woman and be like, "Boris Johnson is cock blocking me." She'll laugh, and then you're in.
Yeah. It'll definitely be a conversation
That's good.
starter.
I like that.
Mm. I'll be your wingman. I'll have fun with that. I'll be like, "This is me mate Peter. He likes to party."
Yeah, and I'll take all the rejects. Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. And by the way, Paul, I would not expect any less.
No, exactly.
James can't wait to get down to
What are you
Essex.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking, Peter?
I'm currently on Nobody Told Me We Had Wings by Left-Handed Giant and Alpha Delta.
Glad Peter's here because I actually have to get going. But it's been nice talking to you. Nice meeting you too. I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers, brothers. See ya.
Yeah, mate.
Cheers.
I know where I stand now. I know where I stand now, Paul. I get it. But yeah, this is lovely. I did actually shoot a review, or was in a process of shooting a review, but then just my phone just stopped working, so it completely deleted the video, and I'm like, I'm not recording that again.
Yeah, I had that yesterday with a review that I did from Spike, and I don't know what it is with the GoPro. Like when you reformat the memory card in the GoPro, sometimes it does stupid shit. And it says reformat it in the camera, and then sometimes it just has a spasm when you try and get it to record, and it did that, and it fucked up a whole review, even though it told me on the viewfinder, oh, recording 30 minutes. I was like, when I put the card out, put it in my computer, I was raging. And so my re-review of this thing is just the first 2 or 3 minutes is a rant about how shite GoPro's software is and how shite the FAT32 file formatting system is.
But I mean, who uses GoPros? I mean, you know.
It's that one in the base said Essex uses it because it's the best camera, isn't it? It's the best clubber for your.
Triggered.
I need to stop. I really do. But it's just
It's taking over your life, Jones.
it's just too funny.
It's such an attractive accent, isn't it? It's such a quality way of presenting artisanal beer to the working man. Isn't it?
It's like a third language.
It's that guy on the group, Gaza Prescott. He and I just have those big, arguments back and forth about all of the stuff in the hooligan speaking. He did it the other day, and then Facebook was translating it back into normal English.
Oh, days. Oh dear.
I said that my mum got even my mum and dad know about it now. My mum phones me up and she's like, "How's that? How is you, foreigner?" She actually says that. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Did you?
Yeah.
What are you drinking now, Jack? Did you show it, Jackman? What you drinking now? I think you did. I can't remember. His last
I'm
name.
on the old magnetic fields now.
Ooh.
All right.
Fantastic can.
No.
Fantastic can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love their art.
Is that Bad Mill?
Some of it's artwork. Some of it's photos, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great
They
stuff.
are a brewery.
It's sad to say that sort of artwork pulls you into the cans, doesn't it? It's like that's such good artwork, and but most of the beers actually are pretty good, so it's always a bonus.
Yeah.
You don't want a
Just
stunning
jumps off
can.
the
You don't want a stunning can and crap beer, do you? It'd be like, what down?
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's a genuine. I mean, I see this in quite a few of my videos. It's like, because over here we get, the local release at the start of every month, and some breweries will release 2 or 3 beers, and you're like, right, okay, I don't want to have, because I only buy stuff to reviewers. Like, right, okay, I'll pick one. Which one do I like the name of? Which one do I like the artwork of? And if it's the same, if it's a brewery and it's the same style, sometimes you're just like, this one's got the best name, this one's got the nicest artwork, I'll get that one. It is like that.
Yeah.
Do you look at ingredients as well, like hop varieties, stuff like that?
They don't really publish that on Systembolaget. You just kind of have to guess. I mean, when I'm going through the list, because there's the July list now, and I've just gone through and like made my wish list thing that I'll order later. So I go through and I'm like, okay, all right, this brewery, I know these guys are good. They're doing, one of the breweries I really like are doing a Kulsch this month. And I'm like, okay, let's try that because, yeah, that's unusual. So some breweries I really like, and I'm like, okay, I'll try everything that these guys are releasing. It's just stuff like that. You just go through the list, see what you get, and then I try and pick, 2 or 3 breweries that I've never tried before out of it as well, and review those for the first time because, there's about 800 breweries here, and in a country of 10 million, obviously, that's pretty impressive. But you can find some real gems amongst these small breweries. Like maybe about 2 weeks ago, I had a beer from a brewery called Noisy Bastards, and they were in they were Noisy Bastards Brewing, and they were what town is it? Sundsvall, yeah. So they're way up north, and the guy just sent me, one of my followers. He sent me like, have these 3 beers because you can't order these in your county. So he mailed me them, and he sent me one of them was a big 12% stout. And Christ, that thing was as good as like some of the, probably better than some of the Amundsens and other things that you'll come across.
Yeah.
Like you find some real gems amongst these really small breweries, so it's worth trying a few off this list that you've no idea about. You can find some really interesting stuff. Yeah.
So Hugh's just asking if Beavertown still do the Tempest project stuff. Do you know what? I don't even know. I think they
I've never
do,
tried one of those.
No, I've not tried any of the Tempest stuff.
I've heard that that's the only thing that survived quality-wise from the takeover.
Mm.
The rest is just crap, to be honest. What I've had, it's like I've actually got a Beavertown can in the fridge that is for a project. Basically, it's not that I wanted to. Just one of them beers. So I know Hugh's going. Is it September? He's potentially going away.
Oh, we have to
fed up can, to be fair. Carbonation in bottles. I agree to some point. I do like the trad bottles stuff, ales and stuff still. That's good. And I've had some breweries that are like trying to put their trad beers into cans. It just doesn't work. Just like, don't do it.
No, it doesn't translate well, does it, really, a lot of the time?
It just doesn't work. I don't know. It just... I don't know why it doesn't work. I think it's just the style of beer, I guess. I think there's a few breweries out there trying to be something that they're not.
Yeah. It was like what Paul was saying when I was backstage about if you've got like a bottle fermented, or bottle conditioned, I should say, like Belgian style quad or something, you'd much prefer it in the bottle with the cork. There's like some sort of like theatrics to it. Plus, I think bottles cater to those sorts of beers a lot more than a can. Because cans are great for lagers, IPAs, and sours. I don't necessarily think you need to get a canned stout because there's something nice about having an imperial stout in a bottle.
Yeah, it works with some like pastry stouts. I think it works with in a can.
Yeah. Because you've got those additives in there.
Yeah,
like saying there's a bit of theatre to it when it's a bottle and it's a
there's something nice about
bit of a wax bottle or a wax top. It's a bit posh and look at me sort of thing. I don't know. But, Sam's coming out with a good one here. Drinking a local imperial stout, packed with local bakery croissants and local coffee. Unreal. It sounds.
That sounds.
I guess it's a pastry.
Fucking awesome.
That is a pastry stout.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I love coffee stouts.
Yeah, coffee. Just coffee and beer in general is just a match made in heaven for me.
See, I don't drink coffee though. I got into the coffee stouts because of Dugas in Gothenburg. Like they were doing lots of collaborations with Hunter and Sons, who are now bust, I think, but they were from Bristol, and they were just doing the coffee stouts that Dugas were coming out with were beautiful. So I'm on that like a fly on ship when it comes to coffee stouts now. And I've got a couple of the Brazilian beers I got in this order have got like different types of Brazilian coffee beans in them. So those will be like, these will be like beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to say I'm disappointed with that. I wasn't sure. And I've taken people's word for it, if that makes sense.
Oh, is that the Vocation beer?
Yeah, I mean, I've had it. It was a gift. One of my mates, he works in Tesco's, and he bought me like 7 beers. This was back in March, end of March. I've just been, a few of them have just been sitting there. I've drunk most of them now. But,
Yeah, from what I remember, the consensus on that beer was just not a lot of people liked it. There was like an off flavour in it.
Yeah, it got pretty bashed, didn't it? It got pretty bashed, that beer. I think.
Yeah, it did. It got really battered. That beer. Even when
worse.
it was fresh.
Yeah, worse. But I mean, this beer's got a year's shelf life on it as well. It was canned on the 17th of March, and I got it pretty fresh. I reckon I got this within about a week of it being canned. I'm assuming it's a year shelf life, which is ridiculous, but I know Vocation do some good stouts in the supermarkets, or they have done. It's just this beer. It's not. It shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I suppose we're getting the end of June, so March, April, May, June. It's about 3 months in the can. But I didn't review it. It's just I just cracked it open, a bit like that one, which I've already reviewed. But yeah, I had that first, which is a better beer. Yeah, nice to try them just to see, but certainly not beers I'm rushing out to go and get.
Yeah,
I wonder whether they do differ the cans when they go in the supermarkets, because I had Huckaback on draft last week and it was fantastic. It was like, I thought this is
just
really good.
I'm gonna try and find. I'll try and find the link, and I'll send it you. Because I done a 440 versus a 330 of that beer. Just gotta remember where. So Vocation. So it reminded me of a film then. Where is it? There it is. Yes, that's the other one. I thought it was that can, but it's not. It's Hop, Skip and Juice.
Oh yeah,
Very similar looking can.
Yeah, that's a smaller one, isn't it? Is it the 330 can?
Yeah. Well, I reviewed it when it was in a 440 when it first came out, and then they went to 4-packs or singles, I think.
Yeah.
Why am I looking for Vocation? I want salt. Salt, yeah. It's iCat. Sorry, iCat. I don't know. Side by side. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, iCat. A 440 versus a 330. Just to see if there's any difference, and it's like you wouldn't believe how different they were. It's just like same beer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be. That's good. That's the link. I sent it. Oh, it's not there. I just sent it in the link. I just sent you the link, Jack, man, for that iCat.
Here's mate. I'll have a look at that though.
Yeah, I done it a while back. but it's interesting to see like a 330ml version versus supermarket version.
Yeah.
Different colour, just like strange.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's stuff that messes with your head, because even the Faith that goes into the supermarkets now, I had a 440, and to me that tasted different from the 330. So I don't know whether it's something. So I don't know whether it's something psychological before you even. I don't know, but for me it tasted. I don't know, not as good. I don't know what it was. Not as fresh. I don't know. It was just.
The side by sides are really when you can tell. You think it if you just got one of them or whatever.
Yeah, true.
And when you have them together, it's like you can really see. You can see and taste the difference.
Yeah,
I know that's a supermarket kind of thing, but yeah, you literally can. So, but
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure it annoys all. I'm sure it annoys all you guys. But Faith used to be one of my go-to beers. It was used to be amazing. Like we used to have it.
I think it's still good. It just depends where you get it. I think. But
I think the thing as well is you've always got. I think you have to remember it's always that your palate is always evolving the more beer that you drink. So this is the other thing, because I mean I try some of these West Coast IPAs now, and I'm like, is that really what a West Coast IPA used to be like? They're calling it like an old school West Coast IPA, and yeah, they're not as bitter. I have to say, yeah, now they're definitely not as bitter as they were back in the 2011, 2012, the prime days of like, you know, Brewdog Hardcore. For me, Brewdog Hardcore IPA was the Scottish West Coast IPA. But then now you try a lot of them now, and they just, yeah, Brewdog Hardcore was, or even Mr. President was a cracking beer. But then you try some of these newer West Coast IPAs, and they're just not the same. And I can't quite figure out whether it's the recipe that's changing, because they do tend to use older hops in the West Coast IPAs. I don't find all that many West Coasters that are using, you know, Talus and Sabro and all these kind of things. Don't see that so often.
Yeah, it's like the old school hop profile. A lot of the C hops, like Chinook, Citra, Cascade.
Yeah, these kind of things. But they just don't quite. Yeah. Mm.
No, we'll get back to that comment. Good evening, Devil. Just finished Lubbock Brewery. Is that how you pronounce it? And their Tiger 2 document 9% triple New England IPA, Citra and Idaho 7 Ash, very Idaho forward, strong herbal bitter. Sounds good.
Lubbock are a very, very good brewery. Lubbock are awesome. Yeah.
Got a question here from Sam in Australia to you, Jagman.
It is Sam.
He's chiming in, saying, "Where are you based, and what's your favourite brewery nearby?"
I'm based in Northampton.
Okay.
Three Hills Brewery is in Northamptonshire, and they do some cracking beers. But I've got to say, I think it's a bit, I don't know, everybody sort of says it now, but favourite, it's got to be Dare at the minute. I know Steady Rolling Mango through a few sort of phases and all that, but it really is my go-to beer. And I know it's good. I've got so many different beers, like I'm sure you guys have, and love to try them all. But if I really have a go-to beer, is Steady. As good as Three Hills are, and as local as they are.
Different style. I mean, they're better for their stouts, aren't they? But they are better for the paler stuff.
Yeah,
I'd say.
There is a beer that Three Hills do called I've got something in the garage as well. It's called Here I See, or something. Here I Can. It's
I'd never heard of Three Hills before, actually. Never heard of them. I'll need to. Can you get those guys on Trembling? Are they on Trembling Madness?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Get them on there.
Yeah. They do some big pastry stouts and stuff like that.
Right, I need to get a list of, because I know next time I come home, brick, Glasshouse, and so I need to remember Three Hills as well. I'll try and do a review of one of their things. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one on the blind tasting last Saturday. That's what was my downfall. Last Saturday, I had a few beers, 3 or 4 beers, and I come home and done 6 large cans blind tasting. Yeah, I don't think I think I got one of the beers spot on, but the rest I was like, nah, because it's all just numbered. One of them Instagram things. One of the beers was supposed to be a black IPA, and it just tasted like a brown ale, hoppy brown ale. It was weird. It's weird when you don't know, isn't it?
Yeah.
Things like that. But the last one was a stout from them. I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's like a donut stout or something like that. Oh, not again. 2 seconds. Sorry.
We've got Raggy. Raggy's here. Yeah.
He's
One-
stopped reviewing from the bathroom.
Oh,
He's
I-
back in the bathroom for another review.
I love that, man.
He just is, he just does it wherever he can.
Yeah. Oh dear. All right. I was on. I can't remember whose stream it was, but I was telling him happy shagging in Southampton and stuff like this.
Happy shagging inside.
Happy shagging.
I think that was Peter's stream earlier on, where
Oh yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
your
I think you
stream.
did. Yeah, because we were talking about dogging for a while.
Yeah, no, that was because the first words I heard out of your mouth as soon as I came into your stream was power equals Fanny. I literally opened up and then you're just there, oh, power equals Fanny. It's
I came
brilliant.
to the realization that when I do my reviews and like the live streams, the beer almost takes like a back step because it's just some of the because of the chat and like the conversation, like the topics that get brought up. I'm like they're trying to like say, oh, this beer, oh, the really beautiful use of such and such up, and then someone just like talks about like chavs. Smoking spice, and then the next thing it's like 20 minutes of just spice related talk.
But that's the brilliant thing about your reviews, Peter. You're just a sarcastic bastard, and that's why we love you.
Of course, yeah.
Because that's the thing. I could never. Honestly, I love doing. Yeah, Raggy's having happy shagging in Southampton.
Wow,
that'd be a good T-shirt. That.
Oh yeah, yeah. I heart Southampton. Yeah. Raggy. If you're still watching, you better come back. Your first review on Monday when you get back. I heart Southampton. A big T-shirt.
Raggy's Perennials. It's being on the prune wine.
I doubt it.
I need to try some of this Raggy's prune wine.
Yeah, I need to try some of Raggy's original prune wine.
Yeah.
Raggy's original.
Yeah, Raggy's original. There you go.
That's a
you
new
don't know what
sweet.
it is. It's just called Raggy's original.
It feels wrong. It feels wrong to call him by his first name. It feels so wrong to call him Billy. It's like, no, he's Raggy. He's not Billy. He's Raggy.
Who's Billy? It's
Who's
Raggy.
this Billy? Yeah. I don't know how he does some of them. He does some big beers, like one after the other, doesn't he? Sometimes pretty early on.
He's just a tank, isn't he?
Oh yeah, it's especially that day of barley wine that he did.
Oh, that's that beer I had.
So I was just like sat there flicking through YouTube, and it's like live at like about 8 o'clock in the evening during the week, and it's like Raggy just doing his barley wine from day. I'm like, geez, it takes me ages to like find the right moment to drink a barley wine. And
that's the one I had.
What's that? The chocolate donut.
Chocolate. Yeah.
What percentage is that, Craig?
11% that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Doesn't give you any. Just the Russian Imperial Stout. Doesn't give you any information. I haven't got the label, which is annoying. I thought it's good. It was good. I gave it like an 8 out. But I want to try. They can like do like a tiramisu imperial stout. I'd love to try that one just to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my kind of. But they do quite a lot, don't they? Lots of different, like hazelnut stouts, praline, and all this sort of thing.
Yeah, because one of the barmen that works
That's sweet.
in Beer Gorilla, he'd done some of one of the cans for Free Hills, one of their stouts. I'll have to find out which one he did post it up.
Well, at the moment, we've got a down in my local bar, which I'll be going to tomorrow afternoon. They've got, I think it's a saison or a kettle sour. I think it's a kettle sour they've got in a bottle from Free Hills. My mate, he just drinks it all the time. Whenever I see him, he's either had a bottle or he's got a bottle in front of him or whatever. So I might get a bottle of that tomorrow. I think it's about 7 or 8 quid though, but for a 3.30 or 3.7. Is it 3.7? 3.75, I think.
So sometimes you've got to treat yourself.
So,
yeah,
Exactly.
sometimes, just sometimes.
I'm more. I mean, they're not renowned for that style of beer, so I like to try something that they don't, not renowned for, like stouts. Everyone knows. It's like, what else do they do? So I find that quite interesting. Disco is saying hi to Raggy. Let's just jumped on. Here's a question for you lot. Last concert, bloody hell. I can't even remember.
Ailstorm in Copenhagen, where they sang, what was it? Fucked with an anchor. And the very last words of the concert were, "Fuck you, Copenhagen. Let's have sex with crocodiles."
Yeah, I reckon it's about around about 2006. There you go.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I think my last proper gig was Hugh Cornwell in Manchester.
I went to see Block Party in the mid 2000 noughties at Brixton Academy.
I saw Block Party in Manchester. Good band party.
Block Party. They're amazing. I mean, but everyone just went absolutely nuts. I got a T-shirt somewhere. It's probably in the bin now. I'm probably too big for it. But,
too many beers.
A fair few beers later, decades later or so. But yeah,
that's what it is. It's
time,
a few beers,
and I'm older.
Yeah.
But no. So that I really enjoyed them. I really liked at the time. I used to go to see Hi-Fi. And there's another band called the Subways. They were really damn good.
Now
again, this is around. Yeah, I used to go to them sort of gigs. Athlete, that I quite like them.
Athlete
back in the day.
I like Athlete.
But no one really knew who they were when I was seeing them and stuff like that. One of my biggest kind of like not regret, but I didn't really like him at the time. This is before he was well known. Mate goes, "Oh, come on, we'll go and see this guy." I was like, "Okay, then I'll take your word for it." We went to Cambridge and we saw. I didn't know who he was going to see. We weren't there. We saw James Bond, and there was like 200 people there. Yeah, thanks, mate. And then of course that year he just went bloody crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I didn't think he would be that popular, to be honest. Fucking songs he done, stuck in your head for ages. So yeah. Davor saying, let's crack open a Pilsner Urquell.
I'm still waiting for my delivery from Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never had one of them. Is it a cracking beer?
It's a really good Pilsner. It's really good.
it's the sort of first
Yeah.
Pilsner. Yeah. So it's good.
The weird thing, when I reviewed it, it was terrible. It was like, ugh. And I done a review and I slagged it off and wasn't loving it at all. And so I might have to revisit it.
Well, the thing is, you need to go. One of the things that you should do is, if you ever go to Prague, take the train to Pilsen and go to their restaurant and try the hazy version, the unfiltered
Oh,
version.
wow. Wow, I bet it is. I need to try it fresh. I don't know what the cans are like, whether it helps the beer a little bit or not. You can get like
I
4
think
and
it may
packs
do
of beer.
actually.
Yeah. So I've got 2 cans in the fridge that I bought for this thing. So I need to go and get one of the bottles now from the shop so that I can do a comparison. And see, because I think that's one of the things we'll do as part of this review is a wee comparison. We need to think what the third lager session is going to be, I think, as well, Peter. We need to have a...
See,
I think
I think we should go back to basics and the Augustina lager beer house.
If I can get... That's a bit difficult for me to get, but we
Really?
could... Yeah, Augustina, you don't really get that in... I don't know if I could get that over in Copenhagen. Maybe I can get Hofbräu. I can get the Hofbräu Helles.
Hofbräu Hills, I'm sure I'll be able to get whatever you can get.
The other one I can get is Spaten. So Spaten might be a good one for the next one, and then when I come...
They float around quite a lot. Do you get much Paulaner?
We get the Weissbier, but not
Not
much
the
else.
Munich Gold.
Yeah, because that's one of the things is I'm going to be home for a couple of things later. So I can try and order. When we do Trembling Madness, I can order them over.
Oh yes.
Never had it.
Oh,
Never had it.
Oh,
You're gonna
trust me.
You're going to enjoy that, yeah.
It's.
I hope it's cold. Is it cold?
It's one of those beers where
Yeah.
people say, "Oh, I don't like lagers because they're blah 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 blah," and it's like as soon as you try that, it's just.
Yeah, but drink it. Drink it with a clean palate. Drink it with a clean palate first. Don't drink anything else.
Drink it like as one of the first drinks.
The first one. Don't drink anything
It's
before.
almost been like so many people have said so many good things about it. Like you just said, James. It's like I don't want to just drink it after a few beers. I want to enjoy it as a first beer or whatever.
That's the thing, though. It's one of those beers where you kind of want to save it, but there's always a chance where you drink it. It's like, it's okay. It's one of those beers that, as much as I love that beer, I can totally see why people go, yeah, it's all right, yeah. But I wouldn't like go, what the fuck are you talking about? It's
Peter, just what it's in my head. Have you reviewed Monkshof? You know the one that has the yellow label, the green trim, and it's from Franconia, and it's regarded as one of the best. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
I think I've drank a lot of the Monkshof stuff, but I'm not sure what I've actually reviewed.
Oh no, sorry, I'm talking shit. Monksambacher, not Monkshof, Monksambacher. They're Helles.
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The yellow label with the green trim.
Yeah, the yellow label with the green thing, and it's got like a It's got like a gnome on it, and that's regarded in Franconia because my friend Daniel, if we do a Bamberg trip, you'll meet him. But he says he's in quite a few beer circles around there, and that's regarded as one of the best Helles beers in Franconia.
I think I can see it in the Getränkmärkte. I can see the contain like the pallets of it, not pallets.
Yeah, because they've got a couple. Yeah, they've got a couple of different ones, and I'm sure it's the green one that's the Helles. Because
they do a cola mix.
Cola beers can fuck off though. Those are wrong.
They can go into the sea.
Cola beer in Germany can fuck off. Yeah.
Fuck cola Weizens.
Yeah, because I mean, I know you like Radlers and stuff, but I'm just like, oh no. Just like, what's the point in drinking a Radler when you can just go for like a Pilsner or a Helles? I just don't get that. I don't
That's
get it.
true, but when you get a well-brewed radler, see, I find the best radlers are from the breweries who actually produce their own lemonade, which is quite common. I think it's more common in Bavaria, but when they actually produce their own sort of like soft drink and then make a radler out of it, you're going to get like Eichhofner, Bischofshof out of Regensburg. They're a great brewery.
I'm gonna
by
try.
the way. Bischofshof,
There's
just
that
fantastic.
the ones that radler you mentioned earlier is around locally.
The grapefruit one, the Schöfferhofer.
That's
No,
the
not that
the
one,
orange
the-
label one, yeah.
Yeah.
The other one, the red and white striped.
Tannenzäpfel. No, Stiegel. Okay.
Yeah, Stiegel.
Stiegel,
They're out of Austria, aren't
Stiegel, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just grapefruit radlers. I don't know why. I said this in my stream. I don't know why more UK craft breweries, because they drink that sort of stuff. It's got this sort of like
New Barns have got a grapefruit radler out at the moment, haven't they?
American.
Oh, I've heard about this brewery. Yeah,
This is
put you on.
This is one of the
2
boxes I've got. I've got to grab your address, Craig. You have to send me it. I've got a box in the garage with beers to send for you, and this is one of them in it. But the can is like,
yeah, I've heard some great stuff about them.
What's the name of the brewery?
South Coast Brewery, isn't it?
Maracay.
Maracay.
Yeah, I've heard of that brewery. I've not had anything.
Yeah, I've heard some.
I've seen them floating about.
No,
but this is one of the reasons I thought I'd send you it, mate, because I've never seen anybody review it.
Well, they've been on my radar for about 2 months, but it's just it's like there's so many breweries and shit. It's just
and it's the cans. I think the beer's called "I'm Your Biggest Fan," which is a pretty cool name. But the can is unbelievable.
yeah, great artwork, isn't it? Yeah, now, I've heard some great stuff about them, so I need to get my arse into gear and get some of them. But,
sadly, I did buy a couple of them, but I had the other one where I'd had a few beers. And you know what that's like. You can't remember.
Yeah,
that happens a lot. I picked up some beers, but there's one less.
I've drunk them. Yeah. It's all right. I don't expect any beers from anyone, so.
No, Craig, honestly, I've got a box in my garage. It's got 8 beers in, and I've kept that in that because I thought that beer needs to be reviewed. It's a bit like I said earlier on, sadly.
Right.
The can is fantastic, so it needs to be.
Yeah, cool. Well,
it needs to be reviewed by someone like you guys, someone professional, and not someone who just likes the beer.
I'm not professional.
I always laugh at being called professional.
Yeah, no, not really.
Well, I think it's professional because you take it takes a long time, doesn't it, to do what you guys do, really? Because you have to set out the time, different loads of different beers, getting the time to do it.
Just drink a lot. That's all. That's all it is.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
A professional pisshead.
You guys, you shouldn't be putting yourselves down, man. You kept a lot of people going, especially in the lockdown. So, good guys in my eyes.
Yeah, well, watching kept me going.
Thanks for
doing these as well. I appreciate it.
Craig,
I'm far from having an ego.
I'm sorry, guys. I need to jump out and get. I need to jump out and get some quickly. But can you put Riku's comment up before I go?
All right. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. No. Today. Today in today in the Nordic countries is midsummer, the longest day. So basically an excuse for everybody to get drunk, basically. So all the days are going to get shorter now.
Yeah. Good beer to celebrate.
Cheers for joining, Riku, mate.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
you're drinking it
Finland,
from the can.
Finland. Is it Finland?
Yeah, Riku lives in Oulu in the northwest, and he's my Finnish beer mule. So he's the one that gives me all these Finnish things that I review. It's some of the stuff that's coming out there is ridiculous. And he's saying I think I do at least one box a year from him, and I actually had the other day out of the stuff that he gave me, I had he's given me he's sent me a few Scotch whiskey barrel aged imperial stouts from Finland, and they're just ridiculous. They're like stupidly good. But yeah, Finnish beer, you just never find that anywhere apart from Cool Head and Salama these days. They're the other one that you find. But
Yeah, I've seen some Cool Head beers over here, but yeah. But no, I'm just going to rattle through these last comments, and then I'm going to shut this down because I'm not having any more beer. I just want a couple just to sort myself out a bit. I'm on a bit of the piss tomorrow afternoon, so should be fun.
You're warming up your liver.
Exactly.
Yeah. You got to give it a pre-run, haven't you?
Yeah,
Wait,
just a couple of hands.
Yeah.
It's like a glass of milk It's like a glass of milk when you're dieting in the morning just to wake your metabolism up. You've just got to have 10 lagers to wake your metabolism.
Yeah, I do that. I drink a lot of milk, pints and stuff. So it's just like
Nothing wrong with a German breakfast.
Yeah, currywurst and a big doppelbock. There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Could have that any time of the day.
Or an Aventinus.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So Sam's saying our market's saturated with terrible macro lagers. It's just rare to get decent German or Czech lagers on the shelves, which is sad for people like Sam. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Hopefully you'll get a lot more in the future with this trade deal. I don't know what the deal would be with the beer side of things.
Yeah, you'd think that the alcohol will be in there because it's a lucrative market for both countries.
Yeah.
But he's still foreign.
It's still foreign now, isn't it?
Well, it's a long way away. Yeah. But no, I don't know. I mean, hopefully that.
Where Island you got?
Here we go. Here we go.
Australian people.
All right, Bruce. Do you know what Fred Perry is?
Hopefully that will
Fred
sort itself
Perry
out.
is not wine, mate.
So Raggy's chiming in. Just going through these last few comments before I go to bed. Need a Raggy beer.
No, Raggy's original prune wine.
Yeah, I think we need to visit Raggy and we need to make a collaboration brew.
Yeah.
He's got a brewery, isn't it? They're gonna brew a beer with his name on it or something in Nottingham, which is pretty cool.
Oh really?
Is it Magpie Brewing? I can't remember the name of the brewery. It's one, if he's still there.
Red Card Rye IPA.
Yeah. So Sam saying, yeah, Heady Toppers. I prefer Focal Banger over Heady Topper.
Yeah.
When I had it in 2017, we had them on the same day.
Enjoyed both Heady Topper and Focal Banger when I got the opportunity to try those beers.
Yeah.
Is it really one of the beers you should have? I've never had that Heady Topper.
I'd say so, especially with sort of like the hazy IPAs that we've got now.
I would say
it
shows
it still stands up, but it's sort of it's like its own.
It shows you like a,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it shows you a really different side of the New England IPA, because what you'll find with a lot of the ones that you actually get over there, because there's a few, I'm trying to remember, Lawson's Finest Liquids. There's a few breweries there that are considered cult classics, and Alchemist, they're like really farmhousey. Like if you try them, it's like a really farmhousey, yeasty New England IPA. And if you go to Lawson's Finest Liquids, those ones are a little bit more brown sugary. And the IPAs, the New England IPAs that we get in Europe tend to be a bit more like Trillium and Treehouse. Treehouse are more oaty, and Trillium are a bit more wheaty and kind of bitey. And a lot of the stuff that we get are based on those two breweries rather than, like Lawson's and Alchemist and stuff. So
I tell you, one beer that I don't think gets the credit that it deserves is Stigbergate's Amazing Haze.
Yeah, I'm doing
that to
a
me was like a
yeah.
pinnacle in discovering the New England IPA series. Because because I've had that beer a couple of times now. The first time I had it, I just randomly picked it up in a bottle shop in Munich. And I was like, I've never tasted an IPA like this before. And then when I tried it, like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, once every sort of brewery's doing the New England stuff, I was like, this is such a unique, like, primitive example of the New England IPA, because it was dank, it was savoury, it was still resiny. There was like this sort of like sweaty, oniony, garlicky sort of thing about it. Where like most New England IPAs, they're just like pineapple, sweetness.
No.
So
there's Matt's chiming in with Heady. It's changed dramatically over the years. The Lawsons and Fiddleheads have not changed that much. So there you go. So
yeah.
I've not had anything from Lawson's or Fiddleheads.
No, same.
I never heard of it.
No, I've never heard of them until today.
No. Heady, I mean, I had it in 2017, so it's not that long ago. So I'd imagine it's probably changed since the OG days of that beer. But it was all right. But I preferred Focal Banger over that at that time. But yeah, that was a beer festival over here. They brought a bunch of cans over, which was really cool. So
you think it's because the beers have got so much better now that Heady Topper has fell behind a bit?
I think we're at that point now where we're not just competing with these brews and beers. I think in a lot of cases we've kind of surpassed that sort of thing, where there's no need to like pay over the odds to have an IPA from America, when a lot of the brews in the UK can brew something that's really quite comparable to that for like half of the price. But at the same time, the breweries like Other Half, most web shops now are stocking Other Half beers.
Oh, they're everywhere. Other Half are everywhere, but then I know in certain. Well, certainly in New York, that they're supermarket beers now. They're actually brewed for some of the stores over there. So it's like, Jesus. You know what I mean?
I've tried.
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. Though. I mean, you go across Europe. I think, I've had some of these, some of the beers from Russia that I've had. I've got a couple of Russian IPAs in the fridge that I picked up there, and there's, obviously Zagovor and AF Brew are the ones that are getting out there, but I've had things from the like Self-Made, Stam, XP Brew, all of these kind of things. Those beers are as good as some of the, the OOs, the Stigbergets, the Amars and things that I get here, and they're as good as, the stuff you'll find in England as well from these breweries. Because in England, it used to be there was a big 4 and big 5, Northern Monk, Magic Rock, Dea, North Brewing Company, these kind of things. But there's so many good breweries in England now, you can't really say there's a big 5 or whatever. There's really, really good breweries there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that works anymore. It was a bit more clear cut than it is now. I mean, it was Cloudwater, Northern Monk. There, I mean, Magic Rock. That's 3. What's the other one? I don't think it was North even. It was in, like someone like
well, the Newcastle brewery,
Wylam,
that's it.
Wylam, yeah. I don't know,
but they came in a little bit later. They came in a wee bit later, yeah.
I still think that the best beer that Wylam have ever brewed is the Wylam Gold.
Verdant,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
just the Wylam Gold is just a fantastic. It's a beer that they brewed. It was like their first beer 20 years ago when they started. Before, obviously trends come and go. But yeah, if you've not tried it, Wylam Gold is just such a satisfying, just easy drink.
Just gonna wrap up these comments and I'll knock this one on the head for now. So Lincoln Green is the brewery in Nottingham that's doing the collab with Raggy, incidentally. For some reason I thought it was not a brewery, but so yeah, he's getting into the local scene, which is great. I'd like to, but I'm just waiting for. I'd like to do a collab, but I want it. Not a collab, but I want to do it for a cause rather than. I'm not worried. I don't want my name on it. It's just for a cause,
sort of like a charity,
that
sort of fundraising.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. But with the way things are, it's like the last thing they need is just like to brew a beer they're trying to survive. So I'm like, I might need to wait for that one or that idea, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, he's just interested in what style of beer, which is fair play.
I think an Imperial Red Raggy's Red Card IPA.
Yeah,
Imperial Raggy Red.
Yeah.
Imperial
It's
Raggy Red.
It's just got to be called Raggy's Avenue, isn't it, the beer?
Imperial Raggy's Red IPA. Imperial Raggy Red Rye IPA. There we go.
Bloody hell. All the R's. And that's it. Right, so thanks for everyone for joining. Cheers, Jagman, Peter, James, and earlier on we had Paul from PA Brew News. A bit of a 2-hour sesh, but it's not too bad. So yeah, cheers for all the comments. Appreciate you all as always. And I might do one midweek next week. So I'm going to London next Friday, so might be around next weekend. Anyway, have a good weekend, everyone. Take care, keep safe, and speak to you soon.
Take care. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.